dignitaries who have joined this event today, the clients, friends, family, and all of you. Welcome to this event. I'm super excited to be here this evening and participate in an important function. Many of you are aware of Quest Global based on what we do in Spain. So, as I was speaking to a few of you earlier, I realized that maybe a little bit of history of the company is important to share and what all we do. And of course, Alfonso, I know I have about 10 minutes. So if I spend more time, please stand up so I know my time is over. I get too excited. I'm an engineer, so get into the lot of details. Quest Global is more than 25 years old as a company. We started in America, in upstate New York, and then later on branched across the world. Today we serve 5 critical industries, close to 20,000 extraordinary engineers spread around the world, about 2,500 in the United States, about 3,000 engineers here in Europe, and about 14,000 people in Asia. And we work with amazing companies who innovate, who make the human life possible, whether you take aerospace, defense, industry, energy segment, medical devices, and all these different areas. So we get to work with some of the best people in the world, so talented engineering leaders who make our lives, the quality of life, what it is. So I want to take a few minutes to explain what's happening as the mega trends, which is driving our industry. Up until COVID, the overall engineering spend across the world used to be like a 1.8 trillion. Significant dollars went into innovation, but COVID is a game changer that has changed the rate at which all the companies are innovating. So that trend is expected to continue to grow to 3 trillion by end of 2030. Okay, so there's going to be a massive change across the industries where investment in R&D is increasing. And the primary reason why this investment is happening, there are like 5 mega trends. First one is digital revolution, right? So everything is getting digitized, and that is driving quite a bit of investment across all industries. And to some extent, earlier it used to be just in the finance, banking and the consumer goods and what we get to experience, but that trend is now eventually moving more and more towards all other industries. That's number one. Second is the climate change. Climate change is here, and as you know, we in Spain itself, the tragedy that we went through recently, hundreds of people lost their lives. God bless them, and it is very, very painful to see the images and what it is. And it has nothing to do with the people themselves, but the nature does what it does. And I think the climate change is going to be a big driver, and I think like we as engineers have an enormous responsibility to figure out how best we can ensure that it doesn't continue. So I think the climate change and sustainability is driving investments across the industry. And the third one is AI-based engineering. I think artificial intelligence, it was a buzzword for quite a bit of time. But based on what we are doing for many of our clients, I can clearly see that a lot of that is coming into the products that our clients are developing. So I think the AI engineering is going to continue to drive, and I think part of the reason why companies like NVIDIA and all are so much doing well is partly because of that reason, is that emergence of the new intelligent society driven by the chip industry, the silicon engineering, semiconductor is going to be a massive drive that's going on across the world. So I think AI engineering is the third mega trend. And the fourth one is it's a little bit multiphysics. I think in the past the engineering used to be, there were different fields, right? So mechanical, electronics, and various different disciplines. But going forward, I think it's going to be the multidisciplinary engineering that's going to require a very different way for companies to innovate, companies to operate. And we are seeing that. Our clients are all asking us to provide them solutions with multiphysics background and multidisciplinary, how to bring innovations from one industry into another industry. So I think that's another mega trend that we are seeing. And the fifth one is something relevant. For the longest period of time, the countries in Europe and in America, in Japan, a lot of the innovations happen driven by great educational institutes producing amazing engineers, right? So that what drove innovations in all these countries. But today we are seeing that education in Asian countries, where math and science, the STEM education is dramatically being invested. So I think that there's a new breed of engineers are getting created in Asian countries, and the population which is shrinking in many countries, education institutes are shrinking, the number of engineers going to schools, that is changing. So I think this demographic shift will also create tremendous need for every company to be global, to innovate through collaboration. And so these are like the 5 trends, the mega trends that are driving in the market. So what are we doing as a company, Plus Global? First is what we are doing is to make sure that we're investing our talent, our time in most innovative companies that we can work with. And this initiative is partly driven by that, is to recognize industry leaders who are taking ownership for innovation. So that's number one. And second one is we are ourselves are investing. So I'm committed to invest 100 million euros over the next 5 years. 100 million euros in co-creating solutions along with the clients. Okay, so we want to partner with the clients and invest our own capital to innovate, come up with disruptive solutions that helps them. And many times larger the organizations become, harder it becomes to innovate. And I think while partnering with a company like us, we can help them to get on with their agenda of being an innovative company. So we are planning to invest a substantial money in the coming years to drive that innovation. And I personally believe that next 10 years or maybe 10 to 20 years is a golden age for engineering. I do think the innovation, the rate at which we innovate will dramatically change. And it is a time for engineering renaissance. And I think the companies who figure out how to innovate, they have a tremendous future ahead. And because the world does need amazing companies who can innovate. So with that, so I want to congratulate all the winners. I think you guys are leading these corporations. You are making these innovations happen, the collaborations happen, and I think the world needs you. World needs all of us to be at our best to address some of the problems mankind faces. So with that, I will leave you with a final thought. Einstein had said, linear thinking takes you from A to B, but imagination takes you everywhere. So with that, I wish you all the very best and good luck. Thank you.